Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's Northeastern Conference matchup between the Lynn Classical Rams sporting a 5-2 record under Coach Phelps and your Revere High School Patriots also sporting a 5-2 record under Coach Chickatelli.
Well, good evening, Revere sports fans, and welcome to Harry Delarusso Stadium on a wet and soggy Friday night for a Northeast Conference tilt between the Revere High Patriots at 5-2 and the Lynn Classical Rams at 5-2. This is Pete DeJulia along with Mike Hinojosa. And Mike, I hope they get all the demons away from last week.
Pete, I'm not even sure I want to talk about last week. A couple of parents I ran into as we walked by each other, all we could do was shake our heads.
You know, Coach Chickatelli was honest in the newspaper. We came out flat and we stayed flat. But you know, the big thing about these Patriots, Mike, is that they got the injury bug. They got a lot of kids injured, and they got one of their best players, Bobby Rose, that has to miss this game because of the ejection for last game.
A coach told me they were down 8 players. So
Andy Restiano, I believe, is out tonight. You know, they have a lot of, they don't have a lot of starting players. They don't have a lot of players that they play anyway. And when you're down 8 of those guys, it puts you at a disadvantage. But tonight is an important NEC game. You know, if Revere wins out, they win the league. Simple as that. Their destiny is in their own hands.
And it's exciting time for us because we haven't been in this situation in a long time.
You know, but take one game at a time. Win tonight, travel up to Masco next week, and then Turkey Day might decide everything. Here comes the ROTC from the high school marching on the field. Mike, in the first year at the high school, they're very visible. They seem to be everywhere. I was at the veterans presentation this morning at the Revere School, and the whole ROTC group was there. I think it's a good thing for the discipline of the kids at the high school. Okay, here's our national anthem. Okay, thank you. So the international anthem means we're going to start a football game in a couple of seconds, and it's hard to believe that this is the 8th game of the season. Where the hell has the season gone? It's just been, just a whirlwind, and Revere being 5-1 going into last week's game, you had aspirations of maybe finishing high. This week we have to come out and play right from the very beginning because Classical is a good football team.
I think that will be the difference, Peter, tonight is that we are facing another good football team. So flat's not going to work for us.
Well, flat obviously didn't work against that kid that ran for 220 yards against us last week. Well, here we go. Simbit's going to kick off, and Mother Nature's being good to us because it was pouring about 20 minutes ago, and things have subsided.
I'll get him on the rundown.
Coach Chickatelli comes with an onside kick, it looked like. out very well for him because Classical's going to start in good field position.
I think they get the ball on the 40, Peter, even though it looked like it went out very close to that. But
yeah, went out maybe at the 37. So,
well, if the rain holds off, we won't have Lake Delarusso, but could be Swamp Delarusso out there tonight.
Well, it's a little light. Didn't start raining until 5:30. Okay.
All right, we got 1st and 10 from the 40. Ball right up the middle.
We going to start this 10 yards again?
Yeah, another 9. That was number
Quarterback
32.
is I believe it's Jordan Brown. Jordan Brown's the quarterback for Classical.
Yeah, I think that was Justin Avery
Yes.
on the carry.
Okay, he's under center.
Another gain of 5. Carried by Brad Scazzarella. I don't have Peter, could you borrow your pen?
Brad Scazzarella on the carry.
And they've moved right into Patriot territory.
And the first down. So Jordan's on the center. Joe Rose is split to the left.
And they stacked them up at the line of scrimmage. Where's the whistle?
Tackled by a bunch of people.
Peter, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
That had to be at least 10 seconds without a whistle, and it should have been whistle dead. .36. It's 1st and 10 Classical.
You hold a kid up like that too long, Peter, you can get somebody hurt like that without the whistle, someone coming in.
Okay, Brown under center. Tino Fernandez has been in motion 3 times. Hands the ball right up the middle. We're indoors tonight, and it's glare off the window. Looks like Justin Avery, maybe. Okay, Joe Rose is split to the left again. Tino Fernandez finally gets the ball. He goes around to the right, and he gets tackled.
Yep, Tino Fernandez, yep.
For another first down.
Do you want to open?
I think we can.
Mind if we open this? Oh, that's a little better, Peter.
Yeah, we can see a little bit more clearly. Okay. Unlike a lot of the last few weeks we had a lot of shotgun quarterbacks. Jordan's right on the center. He hands it off again to Fernandez. And he gets upended by number 24, Tommy Portrait. I haven't seen Tommy Portrait use his arms to tackle all season. He just hits low and flips guys over.
Yeah. Product of being 120 pounds.
Yeah, well, maybe 160.
Another great tackle, but fortunately, another first down.
That's 4 first downs for Classical on this first drive that they started at their own 40. Okay, Jordan again. He's got 3 guys in the backfield. 1 split. Hands off underneath. And he's pulling everybody with him. And I think that's another first down, Mike.
That's close.
It's number 32, Justin Avery on the carry. It's going to be 2nd and 2.
I'm sorry, you don't mind if you slide down just a little? Peter can.
Ball's on the 4-yard line.
Thank you. That's a touchdown, Peter.
Yep, touchdown. Number 23, Brad Scuzzarella scores a touchdown for Classical. And 4 minutes into the game.
Looked like that play might have been designed to go outside, Peter. Looked like he cut it up, found a little hole, and
he did cut back in.
Enough to get the touchdown.
So, after 4 minutes are gone, Revere has himself in a hole, 6-0. And looks like Classical's going to go for 2.
Classical's going to go for 2. And they got it, Peter.
Now that was Avery for the 2 points. So now it's Classical 8, Revere nothing as they come back upfield and see if Revere's up to the challenge offensively tonight. Andy Restiano is out. He's one of the starters. I guess he hurt his arm in practice early this week, or maybe at the game last week. Deep is Portrait and Gotham for Revere. Squibber on the ground.
Good hands.
Looks like
54, Solovich, is that?
Yep, Steven Solovich jumps on the ball, protects it with his body. And Revere's going to start in the same exact place as Classical started with their drive. They're going to be on the 40-yard line. Actually, 46-yard line. Okay, they come to the line. Richie's in the gun. Stevie Piazza, who I would like to see utilized more. Split to the right. Hands off underneath the Portrait. He gets bowled over.
A loss of 4 yards.
By number 5, Stevie Sam for Classical. And number 54, A.J. Bradbury. So it was a loss of 2. It's going to be 2nd and 12. Revere's going to come out to the line with Stevie Piazza in the backfield.
It's a new formation, Peter.
Unusual. Dump a little screen to Piazza, maybe? No. Pitches to Portrait. Looks like he might be the workhorse tonight with Restiano out.
Well, we talked about that last week, Peter. That's not going to be the worst thing in the world.
No, really. I'd like to see him get more touches.
Yeah. Get the ball in your best athlete's hand.
Looks like Caleb Silva is taking Restiano's place in the backfield. Again, just like last week, Classical has a couple of giant guys on their line. Number 79. It's about 6'5". Okay, Joe rolls out. He gets chased by number 55, takes the corner, puts his head down, gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 4th down and about 9, maybe 10.
Pete, that play must have been broken. They had Gotham wide open in the flat after the fake pass, and Joey just didn't throw it to him.
Estrell Ford came running at him, and he's going to have to draw back and punt. Number 2's back for Lynn Classical. That's the quarterback.
That's a pretty good kick.
Joey gets the kickoff. Let's hope he gets a bounce. It just dies where it is. The Portrait picks it up. Lynn Classical's going to have the ball at the Revere High School, at their own 28-yard line. Okay, 3 and out. Now the defense has to take over and step up.
Not exactly the start we were looking for, Peter. After
No.
the touchdown.
5:20 left in the first quarter. If they can get a couple of defensive stops here, it won't matter. They definitely can't give up the same yardage they gave up the first time that Classical had the ball. Oh yeah, we got guys in motion all over the place.
Uh-oh, Peter, this is going to be big.
We got a misdirection. That's a touchdown.
Yep.
He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. He's at the 5 with a stiff arm touchdown. Misdirection to number 10, Jalen Brown. That wasn't a simple reverse either, Mike. That was a... Yeah.
They over-pursued Peter, and then the backside, there was nobody.
They did just
for 40
what
yards.
Classical wanted them to do. That was a clock. That was a very well-designed play. A deception play by Classical.
At
They
the
go
right
up-
time, yep.
They go up 14-0. Sucked Revere in. And escaped on the opposite side. Number 23 gets the handoff. Goes in undeterred. Scuzzarella. 5 minutes left in the first quarter, Mike. Revere's down 16-0. We got some making up to do here. Michael, I'm not sure they came out flat as much as they're just being manhandled by Classical, by their offensive line. And then the first play of the second set of downs, they get caught on a deception play, misdirection, and just give up a 73, 74-yard run. By,
Yeah, I don't
number
think there's
10.
anything you can do about that. My concern would be more for the 3 and out, Peter.
Absolutely. We'll see what
They
happens.
only gained 1 yard, so we're going to have to watch this little squib kick all night long, Peter, because it is muddy out there. Anything could happen, so
Oh, I know.
I'd like to see them push that second line up a little bit closer, too.
You know, they're always back there, Mike. They're 30 yards away from the front line. Let's see what he comes up with this time. Squibs to the side. Selovich takes it again.
Well, Stevie's got great hands, that's for sure.
And they're front, and they're going to take off from the 41-yard line, Mike, and see what we can do now.
Word you never thought you would hear.
First and 10, Revere from the 42-yard line.
Okay, they come to the line. Richie's in the gun. He's got Silva and Portrait behind him. He's got 2 split receivers. Now it's going to be Stevie Piazza in motion. Portrait goes up the gut.
Peter, I like that play. That was well timed, well executed. We'll grab the 7 or 8 there.
It's going to be 2nd and 3. Right near midfield. 49. It's the first positive yardage we've had. But there are 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. And if Revere can put something on the board now, changes things drastically. They come back to the line. Got them split to the far right. Piazza in motion again. Hands off the Portrait again.
That's a first down. No, no fumble, just a helmet. Yellow helmet. That looked like
So
the
we're
5.
making some positive
There we go.
yardage. First down of the night for the Revere Patriots.
I think you hit it right on the head, Peter. Portrait's going to be our go-to guy tonight.
Well, like you said, it's not really a bad thing. I mean, the kid is arguably the best player on the team. And he's going to be the lone backfield man now. Piazza split wide to the right. Gotham's in motion from the left. They hand it off to Portrait again. He gets spun around for a loss of 2. Number 47 was in there. Romario Lolden. Romario Lolden was in before the ball was snapped, it seemed. Somebody's missing an assignment on the Revere offensive line.
Oh, we've seen a lot of that last week, Peter. But
Oh, absolutely. Okay, Portraits takes the ball again.
oh, he's going to cut it out.
Gets out to the right.
Oh, he's gone.
And there's a touchdown for Revere High School.
No-
Tommy Portrait.
No flags.
You know something? He's got quick feet, Mike. He makes cuts that other kids don't make.
Yeah, that was a sharp cut on a muddy
oh,
field.
Man, yep. He just left the Rams in the dust, and the Revere's on the scoreboard.
You know what, Pete? He had 2 guys that he beat around the corner and hadn't had him beat early in that run. But
And once he gets in the open field, nobody's going to catch him. Okay, Simbert's going to kick the extra point, puts it down, it's up, and it's good. So, we've had about 8 minutes played in the game, and we've had 3 touchdowns. 2 for Classical, 1 for Revere, 16-7. Back in the thick of it. And now it's time for the defense to stand up and be counted, Mike. 2 times Classical had the ball, 2 times they scored. We have to make a stop here. Classical fans are up and at 'em here tonight. We got a guest in the booth tonight, Emily DiGiulio, sitting in the booth. Jeff Simbert's going to kick off.
all right, Peter, that's just what we needed. I'm a little excited now.
Oh, gives you a little juice. All right. Classical's going to take the ball at the 40 like they did the first time around. Let's hope that something different happens with the sets of downs. So the ball squirts out of bounds. They give Classical the ball at their own 34. Okay, come on, dig in.
Yep.
See if Revere's defense can dig in a little bit. Classical runs a tight little offense there, Mike. Nobody split. Oh, there's one kid split. Hands it off. Kid makes a nice cut. Cuts again. Kyle Gotham comes up and makes the tackle from behind. That was number 23, Brad Scuzzarella. Nice Italian kid from Lynn.
That's a great play by Portrait to hold him up on that corner, too.
He held him up and caught them low with the boom on him. I like to see Kyle be more aggressive like that on defense. All right, 1st and 10 from the 40. Everybody's in tight except one split receiver for Lynn. An underneath handoff.
Great play. Here comes Gotham. That's exactly what we needed from the senior.
Kyle Gotham stepping up and showing some leadership on defense. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
That might be the first negative play that Lynn has had tonight. 1:43 left in the first quarter. They come to the line. Classical has a pretty meaty offensive line, too. Jordan Brown on the center. Hands off to number 4. Tino Fernandez. And this set of downs is just what we've called for so far, Mike.
That's what we needed, Peter. I love it.
Joe Ritchie, Jeff Simbert, both in on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 10. After the first 2 sets of downs that Classical had, they got to be saying, who are these guys? Now, all of a sudden, Revere comes to life. We got a split receiver on this side. That's number 21, Joe Rose.
Well, we're going to find out if they can throw it.
Oh. Gets it out. Screen. Nobody.
Oh, they stopped them. Stopped them short of the marker, Peter.
So I think we got a 4th and 1 coming up. They're going with no huddle, Mike.
No, here comes a little misdirection again.
Joe
Peter.
Rose split left. I feel the same thing, Mike. 4th and run. Revere's got to be ready for something a little bit crazy. Number 4.
Oh, right up the middle.
He's got the first down and more.
Oh, Peter, we were 1 second away from 10-yard loss there.
Justin Avery. Slipped right up the middle for the first down. Revere's 37. Here comes a timeout. Classical. Big timeout. End of the first quarter. Classical has 16. Revere has 7. Mike, for the first 3 downs of that series, Revere looked like they were going to come to life on defense, and then they let somebody go right up the middle.
Well, Peter, I think they have come to life. I mean, they were a half a second away from sacking the quarterback, and he just got that screen off for the gain of 8.
Yeah. No was on that side.
And a quick no huddle right up the gap.
Well, it's a good opportunity between periods to say this is Revere TV, your source in this city for everything from politics to vintage movies to anything that you'd like to see. Channels 8, 9, and 22 on your box. Okay, here comes Classical to the line, 1st and 10. Handoff goes underneath to 23. Tries to make it to the outside, takes the corner. But number 7, Joe Ritchie, grabs him by the shoe top.
Just goes to show you how fast Joe Ritchie is, because I think he was by him, Peter.
Oh, Joe Ritchie cut down the angle really nicely that time. That was Scuzzarella going to the right. Okay. Classical in tight again, Mike.
2nd and 8.
Okay.
There we go.
Handoff goes to Avery. He gets a couple.
Yeah.
Taken down by 2 or 3 of the Revere players.
3rd and 7.
Okay, Mike, another one of those 3rd downs. If we can hold him here. Got to make him think on 4th.
We got one guy split out to the right.
Yep. Number 21. Oh.
He's 87. A non-roster player.
Number 87, not in the program. But right now, he's the hero of the moment for Revere because he puts Classical back 7 or 8 yards. And it's going to be 4th and 11 for the Rams.
Where's Gotham's mom? Could that be her?
Yes.
Number 87?
Absolutely. No bullhorn, just pure, natural talent. Okay, first time Jordan goes in the gun. He lofts the ball up. Hits it in the air, Mike. Sometimes there's two kinds of luck. And we just happen to have bad luck on that one. Nice defensive play. Instead of knocking it to the ground, he tips it in the air.
Yep.
Classical catches the ball and goes in for the touchdown. Mike, you coached to knock the ball to the ground.
He popped it right up, Peter.
Well, it was an athletic play. He had a jump to get it. They come to the line, going for 2. Handoff underneath, and he's not going to get it.
Nope. No,
Tino
just an
Fernandez.
unfortunate events there, Peter.
Yep. Two types of luck, bad and none. The ever-optimistic Mrs. Gotham. Cheering on the troops from under the umbrella.
Number 87.
87. Who is that masked man? I'd really like to see Stevie Piazza be one of the backmen on this. Kid's fast, he's got good hands, and you get bigger guys to block for him if he does receive the kick.
Oh, let's see if Solovich can grab one more today.
Well, let's see what this guy does. I don't know what, I'm wondering why the coaches aren't kicking away. Neither coach has kicked away yet. They're squibbing it on the ground.
Could they just be missing the ball?
I don't think so. The probability of 3 times in a row, he does the same thing. Picked up by number 31. That's Jeff Simmett, the Revere kicker, that picked it up, and he got buried at the 40.
We're going to get it at the 40, okay.
So they got pretty good field position.
Field position has been equal.
Richie goes out to the huddle with his play. 22-7, Revere's behind. Still a long time left in this game.
This could be a high-scoring game when it's all said and done, Peter.
I'd love to see that. The field looks dry since everybody's been running on it. Richie lets the ball go.
Oh, great cutback by Gotham.
That was a great cutback by Gotham. I thought he pushed the kid down before he caught it, but if the ref didn't see it, I don't care. I thought that was going to be offensive pass interference, but it was good heads-up play by the senior to come back for the ball. Joe Ritchie threw that, 30 yards. So Revere's driving. Okay.
Oh, that's another nice play, Peter. That's going to go for 5 or 6.
We got the pitch to Tommy Portrait. He gets 5 or 6 yards. It's going to be, he gets 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3. From the classical 28. Coach Ciccatelli pulling some plays out of his bag of tricks. There's a whole mess of guys in the backfield. Joe Ritchie's got the gun. Hands off underneath the little Stevie Piazza.
There you go.
He gets wrestled down close to the first down. It's first down for Revere. So they got a sustained drive going, Mike.
Again, here we go.
The field is dry. Utilizing a lot of different people. Always a good idea. Split far to the left is Kyle Gotham.
Yeah, I like him one-on-one again.
Piazza in motion, but they hand it off to Portrait again. Portrait goes up the middle, gets 5. So we're eating up a lot of yardage here, Mike.
Peter, I like the idea that Gotham's one-on-one on the outside again. I would like to see him try to loft one up, take their chances.
Absolutely. I mean, he's about 4 inches taller than the guy that's guarding him. Joe Ritchie takes the ball, fakes the handoff underneath, pitches it to Portrait. Portrait goes around to the right.
Does
Maybe
everything he
picks up
can.
2. Jeff Beck. I think he's a singer somewhere too, Jeff Beck. Third and 6, it says 6 on the scoreboard, but it looks more like 5 to me.
Oh,
Joe Ritchie keeps it, and he gets the first down and more.
Oh, he slips the tackle right there, Peter.
He gets driven out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
Peter, I don't think he gets it if he doesn't slip that tackle.
Number 5, Steve Sam, drove him out of bounds, and if he didn't, one more little slip, and he was in for the touchdown. So Revere has so far a 9-play drive, utilizing a lot of different plays and a lot of different players. And Revere's saying, hey, we're not giving up, guys.
Look,
Joe
first and
Ritchie's in
10 from
gun.
the 14.
Gotham is flanked far to the left. He's got Portrait in the backfield. Piazza in motion. He's going to throw the ball into the corner and, almost intercepted. That was nearly intercepted by number 10, Jalen Brown. Well, you know something, Mike? 5 minutes left in the half. It's a first down. You can go for broke.
Well,
Joe Ritchie comes back to the huddle with the play from Coach Ciccatelli. Gotham's going to be flanked to the right this time. And so's Piazza. Silva and Portrait is going to be a illegal procedure against the Revere Patriots. Just somebody being over anxious, Mike.
let's not stall this drive, Peter. We need something right here.
Absolutely.
Let's pick up 7 or 8. They got chances.
This Phantom number 87 coming off the field. Takes his helmet off. I'm going to try to see who it is. Okay, here they come to the line. 2nd and 15 from the 18. Joe Ritchie hands it off up the middle to Stevie Piazza. Number 44, Piazza. He gets taken down by Steve Sam, number 5.
Sam, in that last tackle program,
pick up a 6. We're going to have 3rd and 9, Peter.
3rd and 9 for Revere.
I'm going to say down 22-7. This is 4 play territory. Come up to the line.
Peter, they got nobody covering out there.
Brian McNitt is split far to the left.
Peter, they had...
I know. They ran up to the line of scrimmage. See, that's one thing Revere doesn't do, Mike. They don't run up to the line of scrimmage because Richie has to go back to the coach every single play. 10 seconds every play.
No, Patriots are going to take a timeout, and they're going to talk about this, Peter. This is a big play right here.
You know, that's been happening for years with the Revere High School team, that the quarterback comes over to the coach, gets the play, and takes 8 to 10 seconds to get back on the field. If you run 40 plays a game, that's 400 seconds. That's over 6 minutes. Almost 7 minutes that you spend going back and forth.
Peter, do they allow the headsets in the helmets?
I don't think in high school you can do that. I don't think any high school has that. But you know, the wristlets that a lot of people wear, you know, call a play from that. I don't know if it would be more efficient. We've been doing it for years. He's going to go for the field goal, Mike.
Yeah, well, that's a... Wasn't expecting that, Peter.
It's going to be a 29-yard field goal. Jeff Simmett lines up. Kick is up, and it is good. Yes. So Jeff Simmett, by the skin of his chinny chin, gets it over the crossbar.
Only had to get it up 10 feet there, Peter.
And it's Revere
well, 10 and a half.
Lynn Classical 22, Revere 10. And now if they can... last time was a bit of hard luck for the Revere defense. Now let's see if they can buckle down and stop Classical.
Well, I think Chick might have thought that they played pretty good defense the last time around. They might have thought, you know, they had a couple of negative plays in there, Peter, and Chick went with the points.
So Simmon's going to kick it off, and I'd like to see him kick it deep, Mike. So far, every kickoff from both teams tonight.
Well, I'd like to see him kick it in play, Peter, because he hasn't done that yet.
Has been of the squib variety.
I'm pretty sure he's kicked 3 of them out of bounds. I know at least 2.
He's going to let it go. Classical takes it at about the 10-yard line.
There we go.
Number 17, Mike DeBay on the tackle. So Classical's going to be in their worst field position of the night. They start at their own 28. And now Revere has to step up on defense and stop them, get it in position. 3:40 left in the half. Maybe they can make it a one-possession game. Joe Rose is split to the right.
Oh, he lost the ball. He lost the ball, Peter.
Fumble, and I think Classical might have recovered.
Yeah, no one was screaming. No one was pointing. Usually a good indication, Peter.
Absolutely. Yep. So,
right?
Revere,
Yeah.
Revere continues to hit hard on defense. Here they come to the line. Tight little offense. Hands off.
Yeah, good. Okay. Pick up a 3 or 4 there, Peter.
Yep.
Yeah, 3rd and 6.
This kid, Justin Avery, is taking 5 or 6 tacklers with him every time he goes up the middle. But now it's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 31. Here's another big defensive play for Revere, Mike. They can stop this. They get the ball back with plenty of time left in the half.
I wonder if they come back with a screen right here, Peter, that was very successful the last time.
But there was a Revere player in the backfield. No, they pitch it out to 23.
That's a
He's
toss.
trying to go around the corner. He's got the first down. Scuzzarella took the ball around to the left, Mike. He got knocked out of bounds by Simbert just at the first down marker. So,
yeah, Simbert had a chance at him there.
Revere's unsuccessful in stopping him. Okay, Revere digging in. 2:07 left in the half. This half has gone by very quickly. Tino Fernandez with the ball. He gets 5.
That was a good hit by Joe Ritchie. Hit him right in the chest, stood him up.
Joe Ritchie hit him, and Duche Romius.
Second and 3 for the Rams.
We got Jalen Brown split. Scuzzarella takes it up the middle. He gains maybe 1. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Captain Coots in on the tackle. Minute 35 and counting, Mike, in the first half. Classical in no hurry to get to the line. Another big 3rd down play.
Yeah, minute 22, 21. Oh.
Missed tackle, Mike, and it's a touchdown for Classical.
Peter, what a block, number 4,
And he's
put
not,
on our guy.
He's not a very big player either. He just leveled one of our players. He looks like he's going back to the huddle woozy, but
He got him up underneath the shoulder pads, Peter, and drove him about 15 yards away from the play.
so missed tackles and missed opportunities. Revere in a big hole as the half comes to a minute and 5 seconds. Classical going for 2.
And he's in.
Scuzzarella up the middle.
Well, Peter, 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns.
You know, 30-10 at halftime. Not much different than 28-0 last week.
Well, we'll have a minute and 5, Peter. See if we can't find Gotham somewhere.
Michael, they call it tackle football because they expect you to tackle people. You can't miss tackles like that. The ever-optimistic Mrs. Gotham. Plenty of time left in the game. She's right. But when you're down 3 touchdowns, it's going to be a tall order.
Okay. That second line has come up a little bit. There comes Gotham up a little bit higher.
See if the classical kicker tries to get it into the air. And he does. It's picked up by Tommy Portrait. Tommy Portrait cuts to the middle. Cuts to the side.
Set a pick right there.
To the left.
Nice block right there by Gotham.
Gotham returned the favor of number 4 on the other team, on classical. And now you get pretty good field position. You got just about a minute left and a half.
And
see if Revere can put something on the board.
I'm pretty sure they have 15 timeouts left, Peter.
Just like every other week. I don't know how many timeouts you get for football. I think somebody says you get 5 a half. That's 10 timeouts in a game. Okay, Revere is spread thin. Look at this. They got 3 split to the right. Portrait in the backfield. They got Joe Ritchie fading back. He throws it out. That slipped out of his hand, Mike. Joe's a lot more accurate than that.
Peter, something had to happen there and didn't. There was no flag. Movement before the snap.
I think everybody moved, Mike. That was the whole thing. It just faked everybody out.
Well, got to be one way or the other, Peter.
No kidding. Okay. Joe Ritchie's in the shotgun. He's got 2 guys behind him. He's got 2 guys off to his right. He rolls to the right. Throws to the right.
Get out of bounds. Oh, I don't think that matters, right? Clock stops.
Steven Piazza catches the ball at the classical 40. Revere calls a timeout.
Yeah, I was good for about 13 yards, I think, Peter.
They can quickly come to the line. 44.6 seconds left in a half. Joe Ritchie's out in the shotgun with Tommy Portrait behind him. Fakes the handoff to Portrait. Circles to the left. Throws the ball. Number 22 saw pay dirt, but dropped the ball. Kenny Kuhn. The incomplete pass stops the clock. 38.8 seconds left in the half. Revere marching towards the classical end zone. Here comes Ritchie out with the play. He holds on to the ball. Nice cut by Ritchie. Takes off. Couple of great moves by Joe Ritchie. Still
stay
on
your
his
feet. Oh.
Revere timeout. 27.7 seconds left in the half. Joe Ritchie made 3 or 4 quick cuts and moves on a wet field. And Revere's knocking at the door.
I think we have 2 timeouts left, Peter, if you're keeping track at home.
I think so. I want to take the opportunity during this timeout to tell you that you're on Revere TV. Channels 8, 9, and 22 on your television dial. We got 2 cameras tonight. We got Sergio Leone at the 50-yard line, and we got Angel Arroyo Up in the stands. In the truck, Bob Dunbar, executive producer, head honcho, Revere TV. Okay, here comes Revere. Very efficient little drive, Mike. They started with 56 seconds.
Yep.
With 29 seconds, they've moved about 45 yards.
Two big plays.
Two big plays. Richie fades, throws into the end zone.
Oh,
Stevie Piazza was eating a sandwich in the corner of the end zone.
Yep.
And he was complaining that he was lonely, Mike.
Richie only had eyes for Gotham there.
Exactly. He only had eyes for you, Kyle. Because Stevie Piazza was complaining that he had no friends.
Yep.
Okay, 22.5.
2nd and 10.
I think Ira Novoselsky's turning the clocks back already. Day early. All right, Joey's got some protection. Takes off by himself. Now let's go in the end zone. Oh!
Oh!
Stevie Piazza tripped.
Oh, the ball was just behind him, Peter. He couldn't put the brakes on.
Yep, it was a dry field. He might have been able to. Cut back and catch the ball. But now it's 3rd and 10 from the 14. I'll tell you, the offensive line has given Richie a lot of time to throw and make some decisions back there. They're playing really well. My boy Stevie Selovich in the middle, holding down the fort. Okay, we got three split receivers to the left for Richie. Portrait's in the backfield. He fakes one way, throws the other way, and it's going to be, Kyle Gotham was distracted by the defensive back.
Couple of white jerseys, but Peter, that ball might have been able to be caught.
Yeah,
that was a great throw.
It was catchable. Lofted it over the classical defense, and now with 8.2 seconds left in the half.
And 4th down, we got one more play.
Okay, Mike.
Well, Peter, with this, we've got a couple of people who rival Gotham for the Lynn Classical side. I like that when the stands were better on the other side, Peter.
Absolutely. Across the middle,
touchdown!
Revere High School. That's Tommy Portrait with the catch. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
That was a bullet, Peter.
Richie threw a laser, and Tommy was
up for the challenge.
Absolutely. Right in his gut. So, I assume Revere's going to go for 2. You know something, Mike? This game is not out of reach.
No, it's not. They could even kick it, Peter, to get to 13. I don't know what the need to get to 12 is. I think we should be going for 1 here, Peter, but I'm up here in the booth again.
Well, I think they feel it. Portrait goes up the middle, and he gets it.
He got it. Yep.
Got it. So all us Monday morning quarterbacks in the booth prove wrong. And Revere gets 2, and now, you know, it's a game in the second half when you come out.
There were 8 of us in here with the number 1 sign up there, Peter.
Absolutely.
Hey, but it's 30-18 at halftime.
Well, don't count your chickens. There's 3.9 seconds left. But I think that Simbat's probably going to do a squibola like he usually has done. This game, anyway. I mean, you get a kid that can kick the ball almost like a college kicker, and you got him squibbing it all.
Ira, he's waving you down on the field, down the 1 second, I think. He stopped doing it because he tried 3 times.
Scuzzarello and Fernandez are back to receive the kick from Simbert. 2 seconds left in the half. Jeff Simbert squibs it to the middle. Classical player gets a touch.
That's halftime. Yeah, there was only 1 second left, Peter.
So at the end of the first half, the score is Lynn Classical 30, Revere High 18. Number 10 has something to say. To one of the Revere players. There's some discrepancy out there because one of the Revere players lowballed one of the Classical players.
It's halftime.
But that's it. We're at halftime of the Revere High Lynn Classical game with Classical leading 30-18. But you know something, Mike? You got to think about that pass that was tipped by a Revere defender that was caught and run in for the touchdown, and the 74-yard run on, the misdirection play. Those are the 2 touchdowns that are, as far as digging in and playing, defense on offense, we're even.
Yep.
So I'm looking at the glass half full as a Revere guy, but I think we can come out in the second half because we didn't have a lot of trouble
moving the ball
against them. They had 2 big plays that have them up. So at the end of the first half, Revere going in down 12. You're watching Revere TV. We'll be back. He gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Peter, those look like the same exact 2 plays that we opened the game with.
Exactly. Let's get a little fun here. Richie goes back to the huddle, talking to his boys. They're coming up to the line, led by Selovich. Richie's in the gun again. He's got receivers everywhere. Tries to hand it off. He's going to take it up the side. Oh, and Richie stays on his feet and gets near the first down, Michael, and he might have got it. It's going to be where they place the ball. It's a first down.
That's a good spot right there. They're giving him 4th down, but it's going to be 4th and a half.
It's in a Classical territory. I think Lou's going to go for this. You're down by 12. Fourth and 1. Actually, Mike, it's more like 4th and a couple of feet. Did it come to the line? Gets Sylvan Portrait in the backfield. It's offside, I thought. No flag, first down.
That was a great push by the line, Peter.
The offensive line is having the best game of the season tonight, Mike.
Selovich looked like he pushed that guy off 4 or 5 yards.
Steven Selovich is having his best game in a Revere High uniform tonight. Not a better kid on the planet. Okay, here they come to the line, driving again. Michael, if they could put the ball in, this is going to be a game.
Well, certainly send the message.
Mrs. Gotham's trying to break the stands with her umbrella. Oh, high snap. Joe,
jump on
fall on it. All right. You know something? He's had 3 or 4 high snaps tonight that he's brought down. That one he just couldn't handle. And Revere's going to have 3rd and a cab ride.
It's only going to be 2nd down, Peter.
It's going to be 2nd and 25. Got some yardage to make up. It's a good snap. Throws the ball out. Overthrows Gotham, and it's almost intercepted.
They had Gotham wide open too, Peter.
3rd and 25. Gotham was open.
Yeah. Let's go right back with the same play, Peter. There wasn't anybody within 8 yards of him.
Okay, he's got 3 guys split to the left.
Pete, if you're not going to use Portrait, I would love to see somebody else come in and block.
Joe threw it into the ground. He didn't take the time that the line has given him. The offensive line has given Joe Ritchie a lot of time tonight.
You know what play that was, Peter? That was going to be the hook and ladder right there. Portrait was beelining out of the backfield right to him. Because I was like, why didn't he throw it to Portrait in the flat?
He just rushed it a little bit. Oh, another high snap. Ritchie pulls it down with his athleticism. And it's going to roll to the 21-yard line.
Peter, we got to find that break. Like the tipped pass that they got, we get an overthrown ball to the quarterback that loses 15 yards. Like, we can't get over that hump.
We're getting the bad breaks, they're getting the good ones, but there's a long time left. There's 19 minutes left in this game. And Revere's got to hold them. Revere's got to get one of those breaks. Oh, that's a nice hit by the mystery man, number 87. Keeper. Okay, it's time for Revere defense to stand up and be counted. Good, Joe Rose, the only split receiver for Classical. Everybody else is in tight. Hands it off to number 23, and in the backfield, before he hands off the ball, is
that's Gotham.
Kyle Gotham.
Great play.
Shoots the gap.
That's the 3rd time Gotham's been in the backfield for 3 losses now today.
Revere's not laying down. Revere's playing a good game.
Yep.
They've been burned by a couple of big plays.
This is Gotham's best defensive game to date.
I think so. It's his best offensive game. It's the best game the offensive line has played. Joe Ritchie drifting back. Gotham makes this tackle too.
Yeah,
that was
the
number
other side
4,
of the
Tino
field.
Fernandez. Carried the ball and gets the first down for Classical. Revere has to prevent Classical from scoring this time down, Michael. Because we're already more than halfway through the 3rd period. Classical's eating up a lot of A lot of ground and time by running it on the ground. The pitch to number 23. Tries to go around the corner. Does get there. Tries to hurdle a Revere player, but gets taken down with another first down.
Well, it's that problem, Peter. They were 4 for 4 in the first half, and here we go in the second half. We need a defensive stop.
First and 10 for the Rams from the Revere 34-yard line.
Mike, Classical's just rolling up the yardage this half. They haven't hardly been deterred.
68, great play.
Tackle by Omar Morales. Gets stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be second and about 12. So it's kind of an on again, off again. Couple of good plays, couple of bad plays. Okay, Scuzzarello was in motion a little bit too
Delay of
early.
game. Oh, timeout.
Oh, they call a timeout just before the snap.
Lynn Classical, that's a 20-second timeout.
3:13 left in the third quarter. It's Classical 30, Revere 18. And Revere has to step up on this set of downs. Try to stop them from going in. See if they can get the ball back into the end zone themselves.
Oh, that's a good play right there.
Good pursuit by the Revere line.
Yep.
87, the no-name player.
He should really have a name, Peter. He's been in a bunch of plays tonight.
Got to throw him in.
Hopefully we can find out by the end of the game, Peter, so we can give him his due. Hey, Jeff? Jeff, do you know who number 87 is?
Okay, here we go. 3rd and 12. Classical comes to the line. A big third down for Revere defense. Handoff. Misdirection underneath.
You think you could find out?
They handed it off to Jalen Brown. And Omar Morales makes a big tackle. And now Classical. Omar Morales comes to the sideline. Breathing heavy. He made a great tackle. Now he's on his knees on the sideline. It's Morales on the sideline. Okay, 4th and 12. Here comes Classical up to the line. 1:45 left in the third quarter.
They're going for it. Here's a big play right here, Peter. Uh-oh. Going up for the toss-up. He's out of bounds, Peter. Out of bounds.
Caught the ball out of bounds, and Revere's going to get the ball with a 1:33 left in the third quarter, and they held, Mike.
Good coverage by Gotham.
And they held.
Oh, hold, Peter. That's just what the doctor ordered. Now, let's move this ball and go.
Well, they were moving it the last set of downs, Mike, until they got that errant snap. Elias?
Elias.
Well, the mystery man, number 87, that's been making some good plays, is Mr. Elias. Okay. Pitch goes to Portrait around the corner.
Yep.
He loses his footing. He makes maybe 3 yards. Second and 8, big set of downs for the Revere High Patriots, Mike. There's less than a minute left in the third quarter. If they can make some yardage, and
Yeah, we got to get going right now, Peter. We got to get this game close.
snap to Richie, throws a quick out to Gotham, gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Might be the last. No, maybe not. I was going to say that might be the last play of the third quarter.
That looked very similar to the Brady Welker play that they.
Only Welker usually catches and makes him yard after they. Here comes Brian McNitt in. Mystery man Elias out. Six seconds. Last snap of the quarter. 3, 2, 1.
You got it off.
Just gets it off. Joe Ritchie lets it fly. Oh. That's a helmet-to-helmet, Mike. Mike, that's a helmet-to-helmet. Number 10 is shaking his head in a cocky manner after helmet-to-helmet hit on number 23. You know, a helmet-to-helmet in the pros is one thing, Mike, because they get paid to play and their helmets are almost impenetrable. But when you have an intentional helmet-to-helmet, he didn't even go for the ball. He just went for the contact. And that was the same number 10 that was jarring with us at the end of the first half. And he walked off with that confident, cocky-looking shake of the head. I'm surprised that the referees out there didn't at least acknowledge something.
Well, there were 2 referees there, Peter, and both shaking their head no, but.
Okay, it's 4th down for Revere, 4th and 8. They're going to have to kick it away.
And they are giving that lineman some grief right now.
Yeah, Joe Ritchie, get a roll. It's going to roll down at the 20-yard line, 19-yard line.
Does anybody not want to field the punt anymore?
I haven't seen a run back tonight.
Jesus. I mean, they kicked it right to him, and he just said no.
No, I don't feel like taking that right now.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, now we rely on the Revere defense to hold again. They've given the ball to the offense twice in this second half, and now we haven't been able to take advantage of it.
Peter, we're getting close to that. We need a turnover stage.
There hasn't been a turnover in the game yet. Classical hands it off. You know, for a kid that weighs 140 pounds soaking wet, Joe Ritchie isn't afraid to put his shoulder to people. He's made 3 or 4 good tackles tonight, and he's done it throughout the season.
I tell you, Peter, it's tough to play both ways as a quarterback, though. Hats off to him.
He's just boundless energy. The kid's a very, very good athlete.
To be 18 again, huh?
He surprised me. Oh, man. I don't even want to begin to say what 18 meant to me.
Oh, he was wide open, Peter.
No, they're ripping him down. It's going to be third and about 1.
I think he's got it, Peter.
Yeah, they give it to him. You gotta stop him, Mike. You gotta stop him.
First and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Classical doesn't deviate from its offense at all. They split this one guy, either left or right, and everybody else is packed like sardines at the line.
It's looked the same all night long, Peter.
You know,
I've seen the same play 15 times already.
so is the Revere defense. I mean, let's pick up on it a little bit. It's not like you look at the Classical team tonight, Mike, and say, oh, they just overwhelmed us, or they're just a great offense. I mean, they just keep pounding things out. They got that one, we have to say it was a lucky play, and then another long gainer on a missed tackle. They look ordinary between the 20s, but they keep grinding out first downs. There's another one.
On the carry. The Archer on the last tackle for Revere.
Well, at least our flag guys are keeping warm walking.
Yeah.
We got John and Chris Kingston and Tony Matera
First and 10 from the
manning the flags, as they have for the last 15 years. There's Omar Morales
Pumping up the troops.
rallying the troops. Of course, beating his cold hands on his pads probably isn't a great idea. Okay, handoff right up the middle. And he gets, that Morales kid slows him down.
on the carry. Morales on that last tackle. Second and 6 for the Rams. On their own 45-yard line.
Michael, 7 or 8 Revere guys are going both ways. They're going to start to get tired soon. If they don't get this Scuzzarella around through the middle, another first down.
Another first down, Peter. We're going to need a big hit here, Peter. We got 6:55 left in the 6:57 left in the fourth.
And the clock is beginning to become Revere's worst enemy. Fades back. He overthrows everybody.
He overthrew everybody there, Peter.
Second and 10 for the Rams.
It's only like the third pass he's thrown all night.
But that kid was fast, Pete. He got behind everybody.
Yeah.
If you put a little air underneath that, something could have happened. Glad it didn't.
.6:23 left in the game.
I'm sure they'll be back to the running game here, Peter.
That seems to be what they do best. I mean, what do they have a huddle for? they got the sardines lined up at the line, and number 21 split to the left and the right. Pitch goes to Scuzzarella, tries to take the corner. He gets taken down by number.
Scuzzarella on the carry.
Taken down by number 48. Duche Romeus.
Okay, Peter, we got another big third down play here, 3rd and 8.
How many times have we said that tonight, Mike? At least 7 or 8 times. And we've only been successful on one, I believe.
After this play, will be a big 4th down play, I'm sure.
You know, you're up 30. You might want to bury him. Buried them deep in their own territory, but let's not count our chickens here. That's an offside on Were they drawn off? Yeah. Illegal procedure against Classical. So it's going to be third and...
Dead ball foul, illegal procedure against the Rams. 13.
Classical has been very efficient tonight, Mike. They haven't made many mistakes. Nobody's turned the ball over on a cold, kind of wet night.
Ira, they're telling you to turn the clock on?
Here we go. If you think you've seen this set before, you have. 40 times tonight. He lofts it up.
Oh. Okay, Peter, interesting to see what they're going to do now. 4th and 12.
Incomplete pass
At midfield.
4th and 12. The Rams.
That was Brian McNitt.
Had good coverage.
It was very good coverage. And now Revere's got a chance with, they got Richie and Portrait back. And here's number 10, Mr. Helmet to Helmet. He's going to punt the ball away.
Fielding Brown to punt. The Lynn Classical timeout wants a 20-second timeout.
Okay, Brown's back to punt. I'd like to see him snap over his head now. Oh, my God. Mike, that's going to be down inside the 5-yard line.
Okay.
Jalen Brown put his foot to it and just the ball exploded off his foot, went about 35, 40 yards.
1st and 10 for Revere from their own 5.
I thought for sure Portrait was going to catch that. He may have misjudged it, Peter, and then couldn't get back.
Yeah. So Revere is pinned back deep in their own territory. We have a cage match going on here between Ira Novoselsky and Billy DeSisto. Okay, Richie takes it out.
Oh.
He gets out to about the 15-yard line.
Be 2nd and 2.
That's a quick way to get it out.
Back taken on the last tackle for the Rams. 2nd and 2. Patriots.
They're going to have to go fast, Peter, because we got
the clock is their enemy.
4:13.
The clock is their enemy right now. Mystery man in motion, Ilias, number 87. Takes the snap, throws it over the middle to Stevie Piazza.
All right.
He takes the ball right in stride.
Well thrown ball there, Peter.
And a nice catch by Stevie, and they're moving the chains. Moving the chains. Revere's coming to the line. Call a couple of plays in the huddle. Richie takes the snap. Offensive line continues to give him a lot of time.
You're going to have to run. Oh, we had Gotham open, too.
I am impressed by this offensive line tonight, led by sophomore Stevie Selovich. Junior Stevie Selovich. .337. We've had scoreless second half so far, Mike. You would have never thought it.
Nope.
The teams are scoring in the first half.
They're walking up and down the field.
He lets it fly. That's it. The flag doesn't fly. Thought it was pass interference, but Classical intercepts the ball. Terrible time for the first turnover of the game. I think the refs want to get out of here. It's cold.
Joe Ritchie on the tackle.
Again.
Another good hit.
Avery on the carry. Joe Ritchie on that last tackle for Revere. Second and 5.
The kid that Joe Ritchie just tackled must weigh 50 pounds more than he does. He's a tough kid. But Classical is just going to take their time, walk to the line, keep the ball on the ground, pick up a couple of first downs, and go home with a win. And it's a backbreaker.
And first down.
First down, Mike.
On the carry. Ritchie on the last tackle.
First down at the 5th.
Yep. They're going to call a timeout.
Revere. That last play resulted in a first and 10 for Classical from midfield.
Mike, we need a turnover. We need a miracle. We need divine intervention because you're down 12 with 2:32 left. Nothing's impossible, but this is a reach. Revere's got 11 timeouts left, I think. Okay.
We're going to need a fumble here, Peter. We're going to have
Back
to
to the line. We do need a turnover, Mike.
Gonna have to hit somebody really hard right here, Peter.
Misdirection. Tackle by Stevie Piazza.
Same play again.
Absolutely.
For 5 again. Gonna run down to the 2-minute warning here, Peter.
On the tackle.
They don't
Got
do
2 minutes left in the game, Mike. 2-minute warning. And they're going to keep it running. It's cold. They want to go home. Oh, stacked up at the line of scrimmage by, I think that's Morales. Omar Morales, number 68.
Avery on the carry. Morales on that last tackle for Revere. Third and 5 for the Rams.
I'm not sure I understand that 2-minute thing there, Peter.
They skipped over it because they can.
And then it took 12 seconds to run the play, so it must have been. That's that inside handoff. Number 51 got a hand on his leg, tripped him up.
Captain Coots.
Okay, timeout.
It's going to be 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 for Classical. Minute 41 left in the game. And Revere calls a timeout. Why would Classical call a timeout?
Let's see Stranger Things. Big. How about the glasses? Please, like.
Cisco giving up the family secrets on national TV. Okay, they come to the line. Classical's got 141. It's 4th down. Timeout. Classical.
I've seen Stranger Things.
Well, the first down just about ends this game, so Classical's going to talk about it.
Timeout, Classical.
I don't think they like the looks of that blitz that was coming at them, Peter.
I think it's all academic now, Mike. Revere has played hard tonight. They came out a little flat at the beginning, but I tell you, once again, for about the 5th time tonight, the offensive line gave Joe Ritchie a lot of time to make some plays and just didn't materialize for these guys. Classical had a big first half with a couple of big plays, and that's the game. 4th down, still 141 left in the game. Under center. He's got the first down. He's got more.
Yep.
He goes out at the 31. Missed tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to do it, Mike.
Number 21, great block on number 44.
Yeah, he lined up Piazza, and he crushed him. So the Rams can take a knee.
Well, I think we still get
I'm sure that
a
they
bunch
won't.
of timeouts left, but I think we have 3 left. How many timeouts do we have left? Can you write that down?
I want to tell you, Mike, the leg strength on this kid Avery is unbelievable. He's been pulling 3 and 4 guys.
Next home game will be here at the stadium, Thanksgiving Day morning, against the Winthrop High School Vikings.
Mike, it's going to be back to the drawing board for the Patriots. Depending on what happens, Masco is playing Lynn English tonight. If Lynn English beats if Lynn English beats Masco tonight, and Revere beats Masco next week, it might come down to Thanksgiving Day. Nothing's been decided, but Revere had their opportunities tonight. It wasn't like the Ringe and Latin game where it was over by halftime. This game was still a game, and they had chances in the second half that they couldn't capitalize on.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more, Peter.
23 seconds left in the game.
Oh, imagine a scoreless second half. I'm having a tough time. As soon as we came back on the air, I'm like, here we go.
Oh, I was expecting fireworks. Goes around the end. Portrait tackles him by the shoe tops.
And that is game, folks.
Well, the game is ended here at Harry Delarusso Stadium. Scoreless second half. Lynn Classical 30, Revere High School Patriots 18. Michael, wrapping up this game is easy. Missed opportunities in the second half for the Patriots. Great play by their offensive line, but they just, and some bad breaks. I think the biggest play of the game was that errant snap. We were driving, the ball goes over his head. Now it's 3rd and 25 or 2nd and 25. We were driving, could have got within a touchdown or 5 or 6 points. But that's the way.
Yeah, it was like two
goes.
plays. One went against us, and then that touchdown, the tipped-up ball, goes for them, and that was really the story of that game. So,
well, we're 5-3. I mean, respectable record. You go into Masco next week. I'm looking forward to going up there and seeing the game. And if they can come out with a win there, you're 6-3. You got a winning season. And you might be able to play for the league title on Thanksgiving morning against the Vikings here.
Well, let's hope so. I can't wait to get back here for Thanksgiving, Peter. We've done a few games now, and
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it means something. But for tonight, November 2nd, it's Classical winning the game, 30-18 over the Patriots. The Patriots were valiant effort, but they couldn't come up with a win. Don't walk off with your heads down, guys. Come back next week, and you're still in the hunt. Final score, Classical 30, Revere 18. Mike Kinohosa, Peter DiGiulio signing off from Harry De La Russo Stadium on a cold, wet night. Enjoy your weekend and hug your children.